That's hilarious. He got like fourth in a $1,000 tournament, which is so funny. Which is like all the money that he's made. So funny. Or maybe he's like, maybe this is just low stakes for him and he just doesn't take it as seriously. It could be. And he's actually good, but I mean, he's playing 53-29, which is just absurdly bad. Okay, I'm actually going to raise this because, and I'm going to raise full 3x because of the ante sizes. This guy, I mean, he knows with these stack sizes, he'll play back. I mean, he seems competent, but he also seems very tight, as you can see. So I think he's just folding way too often. But if he doesn't fold, what he's going to be doing is free betting mostly, or unless he has like aces or kings, he might flat hands like that. But we're not going to get flatted too many times on these stack depths against a really tight big blind. So you want to make notes, or either make notes or have a HUD running, or somehow keep track of the frequency with which the big blind is playing their hands, because it could be useful information. Just gives you where I win it against an unknown big blind or against like a good player big blind. In either of those cases, I probably wouldn't have raised the 7-5 off. I would often just give a walk, but because I specifically know that this guy is absurdly tight, I'm gonna raise where I normally win it. So you have to look for edges like that separates. It seems like a small thing, but it separates the good winning players from the fish. Well, that's funny. This 180 man I was playing, Mzungu, who's like a pretty good regular, probably one of the only names I recognize. Well, I've seen a couple, but he got first. That's funny, in the one that I was in. But my mentality is money orientated. Alright, fold the 380. Alright, so our dynamics with the table are pretty straightforward. I haven't done any 3-betting or anything crazy, which means that as the blinds get bigger, I will be able to put in some light 3-bets on like a guy like this who has a lot of chips. In a spot like this where he opens no position, I have position on him. It's actually a good spot for a 3-bet with nothing. So I'm going to start looking for spots like that early in the tournament. I don't do too much of that unless it's like another good player with a big stack or something. And we're on break, so I'll pause it. Peace. Alright, y'all. These stack sizes behind me I want to fold. This guy has a reshove stack. He's shown that he at least knows what a reshove stack is, although, I mean, he doesn't reshove it very light. This guy's, I know nothing about. This guy's obviously a total spaz. And the big blind only has 13 big blinds, so he'll probably, but I mean, he's pretty tight too, so it's not a horrible spot to open, just because these guys who have the reshove stacks are still pretty likely to fold. And but the problem is Jose Altamonte or whatever, just a total monkey, so no idea what he's gonna do. Okay, we'll make a note on this guy's reshove here. It seemed like he played too tight earlier, so I expect him to have a really strong hand here, though he didn't even get called. That's a really, I mean, it's a pretty strange open. This guy, I'm going to make a note on him. Open, big stack in early position, folded to 12x reshove, opening light, or folding too wide. Basically, this note just kind of says, I'll generalize it above it. I just says might not get stack size stuff. Teddy KGB has a 17 big blind stack, and he's under the gun and he's been tight, so if he opens we have a snap fold, and if he folds we have a snap open. From early position I'm going to make it 535. From later position I'll probably make it 480 or something like that. Yep, and the retard snap flats us, so ideally this guy shoves, we reshove, but nope. Alright, we're going to bet, see bet a little bit smaller than usual. Hope to induce just because he's such a spazzy spazzer, and unfortunately no. We're not planning on folding ever against this guy since we have him covered by a lot and he's an absolute maniac. So, and he's already shown he likes to play weak aces and just do all kinds of random stuff, so yeah. So yeah, I was just trying to induce a bluff raise or something. Alright, so this tournament's going well, actually. We got over twice the average. First place is only 7K, which is gross. I guess the field's pretty small, only 255 players. So I guess that explains it. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, the really bad player opens, but we have a really bad hand, although we are getting a pretty huge price here. I'm going to be folding. I don't know if I'm supposed to. I think I'm going to. He's only got 27 big blinds or something like that, so 25, something like that. Only 275. I'm getting almost 4 to 1, but I'm going to fold with only 27 behind. Those implied odds can be, or those direct odds can be deceiving when there's not much money left to play, because you have to make so many tough decisions. This is almost just a shove. Big blind, yeah, okay, well, now it's a fold, obviously. But I think big blind on 17 big blinds is probably calling way too narrow, considering how he's been playing. So I think the 10-5 suited is probably a shove if it folds to us, because there's 500 in the middle. He only has 3,400 total. So it's, I would think, I mean, just intuitively seems definitely plus EV to shove there with those stacks. But even if he had a optimal calling range, I think it would be close to plus EV regardless, and with him having too narrow of a calling range, very likely, then it just becomes that much more plus EV. Alright, I'm going to pause it and resume in a bit. See ya. What's up, y'all? I just came back for this hand because it's going to be an interesting question. Okay, well, now it's not. If he had limped or if he had folded, I think I was going to complete here, since this guy only has 17x and he's probably not, he's been pretty tight. He's not going to shove over this guy very wide with 17 big blinds. So yeah, I think I would complete there. Wow. This pot got big. Shovey shove shovers. Snap call. Big draw. And it got there. Wow. Sick. Okay, this guy's a fish. I mean, the turn is, I mean, he should have open shoved the turn if he's going to call anyways. But yeah, that was a terrible limp call. Limped. How deep were they? Okay, 50. He won 5,400, so he's probably like, he probably had like 24 big points. Limped 24x stack in early position with Queen Jack suited. All 4x out of position. Okay, we got the sevens. We'll probably be doing something with that. Ideally, I guess one of these short stacks would shove, and we just, I guess we'd actually just call, because if this guy shoves over, we can still call him, and then it just gets gross if this guy shoves. We'd probably still call them, I guess. Don't know what to do if this guy opens. He's been pretty tight. Flatting seems kind of weak. 3-bet folding seems kind of bad. I'm gonna start with a 3-bet, and then we'll go from here. And wow, we got cold 4-balled. Okay, that makes it easy. Wow, cold 4-balled by ace-10. Okay. Wow. God, that's sick. He was gonna 4-bet on us and make it gross on us. Expert. This guy's so terrible. Okay, L. I don't even know if this is.